Welcome back, everyone. This is Hatomo Burrito, and we are still going off here on Diablo 3, Video 2. So this is our little stash of items right here. This is being carried over from my other seasonal character. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of crazy items that I can't use right now, but we're not going to probably use it too much. We're going to go into the Slaughtered Calf Inn here. This is where Leah seems to be, so let's go meet him. Ooh, let's hear about the families of Tristram.
Such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Poor lady.
I don't care what anyone says. That thing that fell from the sky was no rock.
Yes, burn it.
Doesn't cause the dead to leave their graves.
Doesn't cost the dead to
Have
leave
you
their
come
graves.
to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
Oh, I look deadly, apparently. So here's Leah. Actually, we'll talk it to the merchant first.
Bring me whatever treasures you have no use for. I'll give you a bit of
So he's not actually useful, but we'll talk to Leah.
Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Oh no, who could have predicted? Let's give them all a big hit.
killing business.
Killing business. Yes, this game is full of tongue-in-cheek stuff. I like that a lot.
the dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Yep, so off to the gate we go, but before we go, we're going to listen to a lot of lore tombs in this game. And Leah always has one in her room. She apparently lives in the back of the inn that, I guess she doesn't have a full place here.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Yep, if help doesn't arrive soon, we'd be bad.
Went out, only Rumford came back. How could that help us?
Okay, so we're gonna go out. We're gonna go look for the fallen star. We're gonna go have a good time. So yeah, this game is really campy. The story's not amazing, but you know I like it for what it is. It doesn't have to be an incredible story, and I really enjoy all the little archetypes in it. Like we're here to fight zombies right now, and this poor little town, we gotta deal with them.
Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Your character's always a badass too. It's always like, oh, I'm always gonna win. I'm always gonna strike and destroy, no matter what kind of character you play.
They're attacking the barricades!
Here we go, barricade attack. So generally you want to use your right skill when you have an area to kill multiple creatures.
More of them in the ruins down the road.
And usually you get new lore about like monsters. Hit the white J button for journal.
About the strange creatures in our world.
And now we can hear a little thing about the journal.
Wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Foul cadavers. So, now we're gonna go down Old Tristram Road. Oh, let's hear another guy.
I will never
Risen dead.
forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out
Deckard
of the
Cain.
misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Yep. So this guy will usually tell you about every new monster you kill along the way. The Risens are the first things we fight apparently, and we have a little goal right now. Ooh, we just leveled up. A little goal right now to kill 3 of these wretched mothers. So looks like we got Deadly Reach, so we gotta go look and see what that is. Those bigger ones seem to be harder to kill. This is the Old Tristram Road. This area actually gets a little bit. It's the main area stays the same, but like this building might be changed out for something else along the way. There are little pockets of randomization all over this game. The dungeons are fully randomized, and we'll see that when we get there. But yeah, these little areas tend to be that tend to like be the same thing, but you can find a little bit of a difference every time. So when you want to figure out what item is better, it's generally just good to look at the numbers. This number is bigger with the recovery. This one says more toughness but less recovery. It's so early, I'd rather have the little bit of armor versus the extra life regen. So, oop, that was the O button for my clan button. I'm in a little clan, so you can pull up all the information there. And yeah, let's go check out this room. Looks like there's just zombies in this room. Oh, we need to go look at our skill. We just hit level 3. Every time you level, you get something new. It's really exciting for the first couple of levels. It kind of teeters off past level 50 or something like that. But early on, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it will tell you new things. So now we can use Deadly Reach. We'll try that out. Line of Pure Force over a short distance. This one moves you forward. So instead of moving forward, we're just going to attack longer. And yes, we have that skill now. So it moves you forward a little bit. You can kill lots of barrels and lots of things you can destroy in this game. I think that's our first belt, isn't it? Yeah, it's our first belt, so let's put it on. And this one looks a little bit better. A little bit better torso. Okay. There's supposed to be a lore book on this road somewhere, so we're going to go try and find it. I think it's an adventurer talking about his travels from a previous game. So these are blue enemies. They're usually in little packs, and I think they're called like champions or elites or something like that. But they're blue enemies, and they're slightly better, give you better experience, and they drop better stuff. So if you wanna do well in this game, engaging with the elite enemies is what you want to do. Okay, here it is, Traveler's Journal.
Finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies.
Heap of dead bodies.
As I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
Alright. We found a bunch of stuff. And we just killed a yellow enemy there. That's usually just one enemy that's very strong. And I think they're better than blue enemies. So we have a new thing. A new active skill category. Blinding Flash creates a flash of light that blinds enemies in front of you, but suffer... The elites recover faster, but suffer a 30% chance to miss. Okay. So I think blinding means you're totally just going to miss. And I'm not 100% certain, but that's generally how this game tends to work. They go with the traditional Final Fantasy D&D type things, and I just missed the lore thing, but I think that's okay. It's very hard to hear all of them. You have to play through the game multiple times to get them all, but we're going to try and get as many as we can. Which means we're going to be exploring a lot in this game, so if you were expecting me to rush through it, you're sorely mistaken. I apologize for you. We haven't used our new skill yet, so we'll try it out. Oh, we picked up a yellow thing earlier. We have Nephilim Glory, so it's just a little power boost for a while. I haven't really talked about healing yet either. In old Diablo games, you would get lots and lots and lots of potions, the type you would think of red and blue potions to give you mana, give you health. But in this game, you just get one little red potion. You use it once. I can't even use it right now because I'm full. We got the bonus objective. Anyway, when you use the red potion, you get you just immediately heal health, but then it's on a cooldown. So you've kind of only got like one get out of jail free card. Where in the other games, you could like drink tons of potions very quickly and sort of like compete against the damage of the monsters. We're not fighting a ton of monsters right now, but I promise as you get pretty far in the game, you just get totally swarmed by them all the time. Okay, so we leveled up again. The levels come quick and fast early on in this game. What did we get? Tempest Rush. Charge directly towards your enemies and deal weapon damage. Cool, let's try this out. Okay, so this is like just a run through somebody. We're gonna more Nephilim Glory. Here's a wretched queen. We gotta kill her. And this is the first waypoint in the game. So you take the waypoint and you go back to town, and you can go back to him when you want to. So now we need to go meet up with somebody. But let's talk to Leah first.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible.
Horrible.
Everyone who survived went mad.
So the first game takes place all in Old Tristram, which is a town very near to here. We'll go visit it in a second. And Deckard Cain was there for that one too. He's kind of the, I'd say he's like the main byline through all of the Diablo games.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Yes, I know. He's in
Nor
the
should
star.
she. I will help her find him.
Dang! You're totally gonna help. And we got a bracer for the first time. There we go. So now, what are we gonna get here? More regeneration. Okay, Leah.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
So Adria is also a character from Diablo 1. She was a witch character who helped you. Oh, let's listen to the mystery of Tristan.
Villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Yeah,
A
so
miracle has happened. A hero
it's very
like
much
one
an
out of Uncle
adventure-y
Deckard's
world.
tales appeared
Adventurers
and
go
saved
around and
us.
they adventure.
I know
That's
in my heart that my
simple,
uncle
it's
still
easy.
lives,
I
and
really like
pray
that
the
in my
hero will
fantasy
bring
worlds.
him home safely.
Yep, so we need to move back out here onto the old ruins waypoint. And she's going to unlock this gate so we can continue going on. So we're going to go fight Adria's hut, but I think before we do that, if you are a fan of Diablo 1, you might have missed this if you played through Diablo 3 without looking, but this is totally the old Tristram. This is totally what it looked like in the very first game.
I must wait.
Let's kill these enemies first. There's our blind attack for the first time. This is totally what the original game looked like. There was a drunk character who hung out over here and told you stories. You spawned around this building right here, I think, and we're talking like mid '90s, early '90s video game here. It was the first action RPG of the time, and it was sort of like, here's a town, here's a dungeon, and that was the game. This was the blacksmith. That's why there's a little blacksmith thing that gives you a weapon here. This was the tavern, and Deckard Cain hung out around here, and he identified items for you, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've played the original Diablo, but it still kind of holds up today. I would play it, but it's certainly not as like fast as this game is. Like, we're taking out monsters in the hundreds in like the span of a few minutes. The original Diablo, you didn't really do that. You did like tens of monsters, maybe, at the best. Yeah, so as technology gets better, the amount of beating up gets faster and better.
My understanding grows.
Okay. So Leah's helping us out here. She's actually doing actual real damage to these creatures if they would stand still for you. I think a bar maiden lived over here. That's what was over here, and this well had some importance. I don't remember what. There's also a cow field, and you could talk to the cows, which led to this whole cow level thing, and we'll talk more about that later. Cows are around here somewhere. But yeah, I think to end this little video today, we're going to go to the hut.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard. What happened to your father? I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost to the Tristram Band of demons.
Was that a yellow? Oh no, it's a gray. So the items come in different like qualities here. Blue is better than gray, and yellow is better than blue.
A hidden cellar. Follow me.
This is where the witch's hut
Your mother's
was.
secrets are here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
You never believed it. She totally was. There's a cauldron. We just destroyed it. And more things to kill. Let's get the little ones first, and then now we can pop this one up when we hit it for the third time. Uh-oh, freezing. So if you stand there in the blue spot, you'll get frozen. Let's blind him so you don't get hit as much. If you get frozen, it's real bad. You can't do anything, you can't move, you can't attack, and that's when the monsters come and they wail on you. And we might get hit here. Okay. I think we need to go back, for a monster like this one, we need to go back to our other left click skill. Because the other one would do area damage, but I think it was probably stronger with the single hit. This guy is surprisingly powerful for this early in the game. And we got a new weapon. Way worth it. More damage. Our recovery is not so important right now, but we really need the damage. And yeah, let's talk to Leah. But I think that's going to do it for this video today.
What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
Save Deckard
I
Cain!
will find your uncle. Stay here and find out what you can.
Thank you.
Alright, so that's
last
yeah,
night.
quest is done.
I suspected
And more
what
talking.
was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once
So I don't know who
again,
this character
but
Adon
like
is.
Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
But Adria plays a pretty big role in Diablo 1. She will enchant items for you and things like that. So that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to see you guys for tomorrow, and I'll see you when we go to the cathedral.